Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Let's start all that over. The mic was muted the whole time.
Oh.
All right. So we have a new technical setup, and we just talked at you for 3 minutes and realized we were just talking to ourselves. So we have a whole new technical setup now. We have a new mic. Mindy was showing you the mic. We have a new camera, and we hope that we're going to show you some cool things on the banners and whatnot. So this is super interactive. So we want you guys to type in. We're going to ask a bunch of questions, and we're going to learn a lot about red wine, and we're going to hear Mindy play, which is always a good thing. I get to hear it around the house all the time, but.
Well, yeah, you're like, all right, enough. Our house isn't that big, so if I play it all, the whole house knows, which is good and bad. You know, it just depends on if you want to practice stuff that they don't want to hear or whether you're playing cool songs. But today we got rock and roll in the house.
Yeah.
So, I think today's going to be all right. We open the doors for the neighbors to hear too.
All right. So question for everybody. I'm going to look at the computer once in a while so I can see what you're saying and ask you the questions. But can everybody hear us? It sounds like they can. Echoes. Good sound. Okay, so let us know if you can hear us. We're working out the technical details. As I mentioned to Mindy, I'm not a musician. I'm a retired musician, and I'm not a technical guy. I am a wine guy trying to do technology. And Mindy is one of the greatest musicians I've ever met in my life. So she's not a tech person either. So we're doing this all on our own. So please, let us know how we're doing on the stream. Let me know if you can't hear the sound, the video's not good.
Reuben just said that I'm supposed to be the blonde one, which I am. He's gray.
Oh, this is gray. That's not blonde. It's the yellow coming off from the back. This is almost fully Steve Martin gray.
But I got gray too, so it's fine. We matchy.
All right. Well, we got great people in here. All right. So
I know. Hey, Howard. Hey, Barb.
This is going to be very interesting. Hey, Nick from Arizona. Stay safe out there, brother. So Patrick is in the house too. Patrick is the head domestic wine buyer for Sam's Club. So if you guys love shopping at Sam's Club, you're buying what Patrick selects, and he's one of the greatest wine buyers in the entire country. So
I just love Patrick. I trust Patrick. So now I'll shop at Sam's and it's going to be all right. But before Patrick, I don't know.
I'll shop at Sam's, but I heard that Patrick's got some kick-ass wine in his house.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to go to Patrick's house. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay. We'll make that happen.
And social distancing, we'll kick him out of the house and we'll just go to the cellar. So, all right. So sounds great. All right. Thanks, Howard. So let us know how things are going. But so I'm going to put up a little question right now. This is going to be interactive. So we want everybody to really type in. Let us know what's going on. We're going to ask some questions. We're going to talk about a few things. Mindy's going to play. So it's going to be great. So please tell us what you're drinking right now. So go ahead and comment as much as possible. The theme today is big red wines. We brought our Viva La Rocque Petite Syrah, which is a monster Mendocino County Petite Syrah.
I don't have a muscle to show, but if I had a muscle right here, that would be, this wine.
All right, so go ahead.
Do that.
So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So go ahead and type in what you guys are drinking right now. There's 88 people in here, so I expect to see 88, maybe 87 different wines. So please just start firing them in. New Jersey's watching.
Rick Phillips, I can't even pronounce that, but he can.
Where's
that sounds amazing.
Gulf Coast over there. 1999 Chateau Ducarou Boucalao.
Saint Julien.
Saint Julien. That's
right. Star.
Wow, that's bringing it.
He wins. No, he totally wins. So far, Rick wins.
We got our $35 Petite Syrah from Mendocino County, which I love, but I want to go over to Rick's house, man. Nice job. Damn. All right.
Gainy Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm not mad at that either.
Ed, you got a white Zinfandel. That's right, brother. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Nick,
we got a Camus. Nick's a big Camus guy. So everybody, Nick Schwartz is a member of ours, and he just moved into a new house in Arizona, and hopefully he's staying in a lot right now.
Don't go out. Don't go out.
But he built a whole wine cellar in his house. He took the pantry out of his kitchen and built a wine cellar within a week.
I agree with that, by the way.
That's effing rock star right there. That's some Steven Tyler shit in wine speak. So nice job, brother. Nice job.
Steven's dry. He's clean. So we're going to drink for him.
All right. Hey, everybody. Keith is here from Japan. Hello, Keith, man.
Hello, Keith.
I know it's early, Keith, but you got to bring some wine. Okay, so we have an Imperial Rioja. Very nice. And The Mantau, is that a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc? I think it is. So go ahead and keep telling us what you got, what you're drinking, please. We're gonna start drinking this wine in a second, but if I hope everybody's drinking wine, so please.
Marion, it's okay that you're not drinking wine because you know what? You're running tomorrow. Marion is like an amazing runner. I mean, half marathon tomorrow. So you're off the hook for tonight. But you know what? Tomorrow, you got to just overdo it.
Yes, I don't agree. I think if you drank a whole bottle tonight, it would make you run faster tomorrow or sleep sooner in the marathon.
Don't listen to him. No.
All right. So Mark is in with a little Delormier.
What?
It's Delormier, but
okay.
All right. Anybody else? Pinot Grigio from Kathy. Please tell us what you guys are drinking. Pinot Noir for Robert Mondavi, one of my mentors, one of my heroes in the wine business. So love that. So Michael David, we got a bunch of good wines. Oh, and another Chardonnay. All right, Avanti. Kendall Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hey Dawn. I actually managed Kendall Jackson for a couple of years, and it's near and dear to my heart. The label that you're looking at, some of that I designed. So if you look at Jess Jackson's name written on the bottom, I was the person who got that signature from him one day. He wasn't happy about it. He kept on saying, why am I signing my name? I'm like, well, it's for the 5 million cases of wine that we sell. Like, all right, yes, whatever.
Can I tell him what I think of the signature? Is that inappropriate?
No, it's,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your Kendall Jackson bottle, you know, Mr. Jackson signed it. And if you look at the signature, I know this is completely inappropriate. Please don't have your kids watching right now, but you're drinking. You don't have your kids around, right? It looks like his name is Jess Jackson, correct?
Yeah.
Jess Jackson. But if you look at the signature, this is just me. This isn't him. It looks like Ass Jackson. It just look at it.
All right.
So see if it looks like Ass Jackson.
The JESS looked like an ASS.
I'm just saying.
But I used it anyway. And that signature I took 17 years ago. All right. So Christina and Greg are drinking a Soul Cabernet. By the way, I heard that's pretty good.
Soul Cabernet rocks.
I heard that's pretty good.
It's full of soul.
All right. So let's start. Everybody's chiming in. This is Earl. Awesome. Oh, Cheryl had a little bit of pretty good for a girl rosé. Nice job, Cheryl. We love that wine. It's holding up great.
Steve Erdl, my pal from college. Absolutely. Little Robert Mondavi.
Oh, yeah. Steve, nice job.
Come on, man.
All right. So
you need to make cocktails for us soon.
Yep. All right, so let's do the first thing that we do in any tasting. We have 80-something people here. We're all together. This is awesome. And you can all hear us, which is awesome. And you can see us, which is just a technical just wonderment. Mindy and I, 15 weeks, we finally think we got it kind of right. And I know I'm saying that now. I'm going to get it wrong.
Let's drink to that.
Let's drink to that. So
let's drink to
the first thing we do in every one of our cheers here, tastings is cheers. So I want everybody to cheers. Cheers to the person you're with. Cheers to people that you miss. Cheers to the world that has changed. Cheers to us missing all of you guys, having so many shows canceled in wine tastings, but we're going to redo them next year. We're going to repost them. But right now, this is what we're up to and could not be happier that you guys are with us.
Can I do a little cheers to a friend?
Yes, please do.
This is kind of a special thing. This happened today, and I had no idea. It just floored me. But one of us went down today. So this is Kahari Parker.
Kahari Parker, cheers.
Yeah, we love you.
Cheers. All right, so I love these wines. Custard Chardonnay. You guys are doing great. Salud. Salud, Luis.
Emma Braun.
Chin. Emma, miss you too.
You can't drink yet, but really soon. We're planning your 21st birthday as we speak.
This is like a big shout out party. All right.
I know it is. That's what it's about. We're supposed to drink and have fun together, right?
Yeah. Yep. All right. So let's kind of, I'm clicking over here to get my questions up. All right. So here's where you guys interact with us. We're talking about big red wines today. And we have our Viva La Rocque Petite Syrah, which is a big red wine. So let's kind of learn a little bit about big red wines. So what grapes are known for making big red wines? So there's a couple that are pretty, that we should know. And then there's a bunch maybe that you don't know. And I have a little chart that we could put up to learn a little bit. So I'm sorry, I should preface this by saying we're going to ask a couple questions. We're going to talk about big red wines. And then Mindy's going to play. You can see the saxophone right there. And then we'll kind of go out with Ask the Cork Dork. But I should mention
that's the highlight. Ask the Cork Dork.
We're
Get your questions ready.
Get your questions ready to try to stump the Cork Dork. But but we're going to also give away a bottle of wine today too. So please, at the end, stick around with us. We're going to ask a question, and the first person to get it right, we're going to send them a bottle of Viva La Rocque. All right. So what?
You want a bottle of this?
What grapes make big red wines? We got Panama in the house. Salud. Anybody go ahead. Cabernet, very good. Yep, absolutely.
Big red grapes, really, Reuben? Come on. You can do better than that.
Well, no, it's not big red grapes. Big red grapes make grape juice that you give to your kids or your grandkids. So no. But we have Cabernet, absolutely. Tempranillo. Ken, great answer. Tempranillo, which is a wine varietal from Spain. And it's one of their bigger ones. So that makes really big red wines. Can make lighter red wines too, but it makes big red wines. Who else is out there?
Frank.
Anybody else?
You, Frank. This is to you. Cheers.
Give some guesses, please. Like anything you think would be a big red wine.
Yeah.
Cabernet we saw, right?
Syrah.
Cece, that's very good. Syrah absolutely makes a huge red wine. If you have Syrahs from very warm regions, you could make a massive red wine. And Australia, which we call Shiraz, right? It's the same varietal, Syrah. They just say it a little cooler with their accent, Shiraz. It's the same varietal, but they make huge red wines because in some of their places where their Shiraz grows, like at Penfolds, which is a famous winery around the world, they can really extract a lot of color, a lot of tannins to make a big red wine. Yeah. So,
Sangiovese.
Anybody else got any? Cab Franc. Charles, great one. So
Rain too, Cab Franc.
Yeah, Cab Franc. Charles, that's an excellent answer because it's used as a blending grape in most of the world, but it makes a massive wine. And the reason why the winemakers put Cab Franc in wine is to make it, give it a little bit more color and give it a little bit more structure because it's just an outstanding wine. So nice guess. Nice answer, I should say, not even a guess. Mark, of course, Merlot. Merlot is considered, in some of the finest wine in the world, it's considered one of the biggest grapes in the world. But here's the funny thing with Merlot. If you grow it in a cool climate, it could be a very light wine. But if you grow it in a warm climate, it could be a very big wine in some of your other big wines.
Didn't it get kind of a bad rep? Movie Sideways, the guy was like, no Merlot.
I hate Merlot.
I hate Merlot. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw the movie, but I remember not drinking Merlot after that for a while.
Go ahead and type in. Does anybody know exactly what Miles said? He didn't say I hate Merlot. He said something a little bit more expressive than that. So this isn't the magic question, but go ahead. Carmenere. So this is a tough one to say. It's pronounced different in different countries, but Marion, sorry. That's an excellent answer. Carmenere makes a huge wine, but in California, you don't see a lot of it. It's just not planted. Bill, we know Bill, man. You're about as wine geeky as it gets. And Prugniello Gentile.
Wait, say that again. That was sexy.
Exhausted by saying it. Prugniello Gentile is the name of that grape. And that's one layer geeky than you should even be getting on this right now. So I love that one.
Sexy.
Ken, Zinfandel. Excellent. So who hasn't had a Zinfandel that just kind of rips the enamel off your teeth? And when you smile, you get that big purple smile.
Purple tongue.
Where is Zinfandel normally grown? Zinfandel is one of the only varietals that California is famous for because it originated here.
I know this because you used to drive me there from your house when we first started dating, and it was awesome. You used to drive me to the vineyards, and we would,
Well, we were dating, so I was still trying to get to Barrier, Should we let them answer, or do you want to give the answer? Where is Zinfandel grown in California?
I can answer.
Go ahead.
Russian River. Dry Creek?
Dry Creek Valley.
It's right next to Russian River. It's okay.
She's the music on there. Dry Creek. Yeah, it's literally a stone's throw. So Ken, you're right, and we had a couple other great answers come in, by the way. We have Lorraine who loves big Merlots. Petit Verdot, excellent. Grenache, yes, Grenache. Rick it can make big wines. And
Mouvedre.
Yep, Mouvedre. Good job, Mark.
Go, Mark.
Good job.
Yeah.
And Debbie got the answer. I'm not drinking any effing Merlot. Good job, Debbie. Yep.
That was it. That's what he said. Oh my gosh.
Family broadcast. So I didn't want to say it, but Miles said, I don't want to drink any more fucking Merlot.
Right.
Am I going to be censored by Zuckerberg right now?
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see together, right? That movie Sideways, I really stopped drinking Merlot for a while because I just thought, oh, I apparently didn't know. I play saxophone. What do I know about these things? But then I met you, and you had a very different, view of it. So
the next question. This is going great. I love that everybody's asking questions and answering. This is really great. So what regions around the world are known to make excellent big red wines? So that's kind of a tricky question a little bit. So what regions around the world make big red wines? So bigger wines in general, I'm going to give you a hint, come from warmer places. So any place that can warm up, because you need that heat to kind of get the grapes, the sugar levels higher, the acidity in check with the cool nights, but also the skin's thicker. It's just like any other fruit in the world. When they live in an environment that's hot, like oranges, or bananas, they have very thick skins to protect the fruit inside. So the same thing with grapes. They actually have thicker skins in warmer regions. So
but I'm from Florida, and we have great bananas, we have great oranges, but we do not have great wine. I'm sorry.
Well, there's soil and the cool nights. You need the cool nights.
Yeah, we don't have the cool nights.
You don't have cool nights. You get warm days and kind of warm nights. No, sorry.
Kind of.
Hot days and warm nights. So that's the best way to say it. Or Hawaii is really challenged at making, because there's soil, there's other things. So
we got a bunch of them.
So we got Bordeaux. We got regions of Portugal. Very good, Philip. Yep, makes some incredible red wines. Bordeaux, of course, Rick, most of Bordeaux makes excellent red wine. We have a question about that later. Dawn, Italy, but specific places in Italy. I'm going to pull up Bill here, because some parts of Italy, like way north, is up against the Swiss border and Mont Blanc. So it gets very cool. Though they can make red wines, they're more well known for white wines. Think about where Pinot Grigio comes from. That comes from outside of Venice, which is northern Italy, which is a little cooler than the rest of Italy. You go way south, Tuscany, which is in the center, and you go way down to Sicily, and Rome area, Naples. It's all mostly red wine. But when you get up against the coast, it gets white wine because it gets cooler. So in Corsica or in Cinque Terre, which is north, or Positano, right, the Amalfi Coast, one of Mindi's favorite places to go, that's cooler, so you have more white wines in those places. Or Sardinia. Sardinia is an excellent answer. We got some real geeky people here, especially Rick. Rick's pulling them all out.
See, I love this because I get to learn from you guys too. I learned from him, but it's cool to learn these things and to be a part of it. You need more wine. Please.
All right, so Brazil, absolutely. That's an excellent place for mostly Malbec.
Really, Brazil?
Mendoza, yep, Brazil. Chile. Okay, so here's a couple more. Let me catch up to you guys. Medoc, we said that already. Spain, absolutely. Spain is might get this wrong, but it is the second or third most wine producing country in the world. So absolutely excellent answer. Lots of red wine there. Steve, yes, Paso Robles, because it's a very warm place. Our last wine was the
Cabernet. Sol Cabernet Sauvignon, and it was just huge. It was big, and it's so hot there, but it does get cool at night.
It gets cool at night.
Yeah. I mean, that's a total difference between where I grew up in Florida and moving to California, that, it can be warm, can be super warm in Paso Robles.
It can be 100 degrees in the day.
At night, I'm putting on a coat.
It can go down to the low 70s at night. That diurnal.
Excuse me?
That's right. I just said it out loud. Diurnal shift, which is that temperature, that total shift from the morning till the night. That's what grapes love. So
he gets sexy when he starts talking like that.
A lot of good answers. By the way, this whole live stream is just to impress Mindy. That's the only reason.
Fine.
Been together 8 years.
Yeah. Not quite.
All right. So has it not been 8 years? Oops.
Getting there.
It's been seven and change.
Some.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on to our next question.
Okay.
You guys are excellent. Really, really great.
No, we've got the family
we got some wine people. We got some wine people, definitely. Okay, what fruit flavors are you getting from your big red wine now? So the reason I put this question up is because a lot of people really, when I sit around and do tastings with groups, it's, I get geeky and I say, well, there's a little tea leaf, there's a little black cherry. And, if you get an opportunity to come out to one of our tastings, it can be really great to hear me talk about some of the fruit flavors in a wine that we're sharing together, because then it'll click in your mind about what a dark cherry smells like, tastes like, what it looks like. But here, I got a little chart for you to share. I found this little chart. See, like I said, we're getting technical and geeky now, right? And check this out.
Whoa.
Yep. Okay. So it's a little chart that you can share. Let me put it up in the bigger on the screen. And I know we got some people coming in here. All right, so take a look here. And on the bottom, this is colors, actually. Sorry, this is colors. So when you look at your wine, take a look at your colors. Like our color right now is which one, Mindy?
I'm going deep purple, just like the rock band. Woo!
Yep.
Absolutely.
And we're drinking a Petit Ver Syrah right now. So you can see that the deep purple definitely is, and you can't really see this from where you're at, but this is one of the colors that you get from this wine. But
can you see through it?
But in terms of fruit flavors, that gives you a little bit of a guide, and that's something that we use all the time to kind of get the colors of wine. But in terms of fruit flavors from the wine, go ahead and tell me here, fruit flavor black cherry. So William Hossinger, tell me the type of wine, and Rick Phillips, tell me the type of wine you're drinking again.
Oh, Rick's got the rock star. Yeah.
He's got the rock star. Okay, but you notice if everybody takes a look at the stream right now, one thing you're seeing is tobacco. Black cherry keeps coming up a lot, right? We're doing big red wines, right?
Ours is definitely black cherry.
I love that. Raspberry comes up once in a while in cherry. And let me see what else we got here. That's most of the answers. So black cherry is definitely one of the biggest characteristics that you're going to get when you taste big red wines. When you taste Pinots, which is a lighter red wine, what are some of the characteristics you normally get?
I mean, maybe a little earth or more a cherry, a cherry flavor. But that black cherry, it's really this darker thing, which this is definitely black cherry. It's not just normal cherry.
Here you go. Yes, so Mindy answered that absolutely perfectly because she lives as a wine geek right now, so obviously she's going to get that right. Check out this chart that I just put up. This is the one I was looking for before, and I put up the color one by accident. So look at your black fruit flavors. We're talking about big black fruit wines right now, or big wines. So look at the colors, the flavors, the blackberry, black currant, anything that tastes like blueberry, black cherry, jam. So smell your glass right now, taste your wine, and see if you're getting any of these characteristics right now. And this is a great chart that I'm happy to share with anybody. By the way, I get most of my charts from Wine Folly. Wine Folly is a woman who started a wine website called winefolly.com up in the Pacific Northwest, sorry. And she is outstanding. She has a book, she has charts, all built in-house. Probably the best site that I use for, kind of making wine really approachable and understandable. So go ahead, prunes. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you do get prunes in a lot of wine sometimes. And usually prunes come from the real hot regions. Here's a great thing to
for
learn.
You old farts.
Yeah.
No, you can drink your prune juice, but you don't have to have it in your wine.
So the reason why you get prunes, so here's the reason why you get prunes, is because usually it comes from a wine that was either grown in a very hot place or it was over extracted, meaning that it was just grown and left out till picked at the last minute.
Yeah.
And what is a prune really? It's a shriveled grape. Yeah, right. So it's
kind of dehydrated.
So when the grape gets a little dehydrated and gets shriveled,
it's actually a plum.
So it's dehydrated plum. So when a grape gets dehydrated, it has pruny type qualities.
Well, it's
to
raisin.
Yeah.
Raisin, which is the same thing. It's that, it's that really, I don't know, it's a big flavor, but it's not usually what I love in a wine. Like I don't want it to taste like raisins or prunes.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of
I don't
tea,
mind it sometimes. In Bordeaux, you'll get it once in a while, but yeah, it's not my favorite as well. It's all about making sure that all the flavors taste right to you. So this chart, again, I love. I'm going to put it up a little bigger now for you guys to take a look, because it just really nails down the things that you should be tasting fruit-wise in your big red wines. I think Rick had the Bordeaux, right?
Yeah.
So in Bordeaux, what's very common is black cherry, but black currant is very common in Bordeaux. And then there's a couple things on here that's not, that's not on here that's common in
You got a little
Bordeaux as
earth
well.
in that, don't you? Because I like a little funk in my red wine from France or from Italy. Like I like that flavor that we don't get in California reds, that there's a little, what I like to call funk. I get that it's a music term, but in wine, is it a term in wine, or do you guys call it different things, don't you?
What, funk?
Funk.
Absolutely. We get funk all the time. But usually that means that the wine, when you open it, it's got a little funkiness to it, and you have to give it a little time to breathe, and then it blows off, meaning it goes away.
No, but even that flavor, that's like a barnyard or something.
That's barnyard and earthy. Funk is like funk.
It's like funk.
It's like funk, man. It's like something that you go like this. You go, yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm digging that funk, but earthy, barnyardy stuff. Yeah, sometimes we'll go, ooh, that's cool. And
that's barnyard. See, that doesn't sound good to me, but I do like it sometimes in wine. So I don't know. By
the way, I put Marion's name up here because she said Amarones, which is excellent. And I think we met. If you don't mind chiming in and tell me, did we meet in Florida and you're a wine person?
No, totally. You've met her a million times.
Yeah, you're in the wine business. So, because I could tell by your answers, you're excellent. You're really, really great at what
she knows her stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she's not drinking tonight.
Oh, she said she's not drinking tonight?
No, she's running a marathon tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
I know. This is how on this chick is, that she's,
I'm proud and disappointed at the same time.
Can you wear your pretty good for a girl t-shirt tomorrow night too, Marion? Because I know you got it. You got to run that marathon in that pretty good for a girl shirt.
I'm proud and disappointed at the same time. I really am. I don't know. All right. So I hope you got some flavors out of, and aromas out of your wine, and that chart helped you out a little bit. So let's talk about the next thing. And then after that, we got a little music intermission. Like in Mindi shows, we have a little wine intermission. We got a little music intermission.
I know. I'm just the intermission in his show.
All right. Where does the bigness come from in red wines?
The bigness.
Well, I might have said that already, actually. I might have given the answer for this one already.
Yeah, maybe. Where does the bigness
Where does the bigness come from in red wines? Meaning, why is a red wine big? What?
I shouldn't say.
Why does it taste big?
Because it's awesome. It comes from being awesome.
Because of its awesomeness?
Would it be the region? Would it be the...
Okay, so one thing is that I mentioned before, the region, how warm it gets, usually the warmer regions, but also the tannin structure.
Ooh.
The tannins, which come from the region, meaning the warmness and those kind of things. So the skins, as I mentioned before, which is one of the places tannins come from, will get thicker. So the tannins are more pronounced, but also certain varietals have more tannins than others. Pinot Noir, and let us know who are the Pinot lovers out there, the Pinot geeks. Pinot Noir has very little tannins. That's why the color.
Tannins.
Yep, tannins. Yep, Ken, good job. So the tannins are in Pinots are less, more elegant. They're more subdued. That's why your wine is a little lighter, as well as not so big in your mouth. But Cabernet, Zinfandel,
Petit Syrah.
Yep, Petit Syrah. Thank you. They're bigger tannins, so they're going to give you more of a bigger mouthfeel in your mouth. That big tannin structure. Tannins make your mouth feel like it's doesn't have moisture in it. Right. One of the characteristics of tannins.
Right.
Okay, so here is one. The grapes, the terroir, and the minerals, very good. The oak, yep. The wine, the tannins come from the oak as well. Very good, Wayne. Yep.
The terroir.
The Terroir, yep, where it's grown.
Yeah.
And J. Michael is a Pinot snob. We love Pinots. We're going to have a Pinot live broadcast at some point. Don't worry.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Big reds first.
So there's one other place that one other characteristic, I should say, that makes a big red wine big.
Okay.
One other thing. So we got tannins.
Yeah.
We got basically just the fruit structure of it, the bigness of the wine from where it's grown, the over extraction of it from growing in warmer places. Acidity can also make the wine taste. What does that mean? Bigger.
I hear that word a lot, but what does it mean in a red wine? I know what it means in a white wine.
I can't tell you. You know why? It's an Illuminati thing. So by the way, the Illuminatis are also including wine experts. So if we told you, then you'd be part of the Illuminati Hollywood crowd. So
I am the Hollywood crowd. You are the wine Illuminati. So you have to share the wine Illuminati-ness.
Wine Illuminati-ness. Yeah, it comes from acidity, which is the coolness at night. So as Mindi mentioned before, if you're growing grapes in places that are just hot, hot, hot all the time, it'll just be a big over-alcoholic wine. It'll be the alcohol will be high. It'll be up through your nose. It'll basically just not taste like anything. Yeah, the alcohol comes up. The what do you call it? The perfume of alcohol comes up through your nose, and it kind of knocks out everything else. So the acidity and the alcohol, but the acidity is one of the things that'll make a wine feel bigger. So the reason why you have high acidity in Champagne is because it's grown in a cooler region, but you still need acidity in warm places. You still need the temperature to come down to get that acidity at night, or you just have this big flabby wine. You wouldn't have this big, beautiful wine like Rick is drinking, or this Petit Syrah.
Is flabby a real wine term, or is flabby like a workout term?
Flabby is a wine that you drink that has zero acidity in it or low, and it just feels flabby. So I don't know how to express that one. I'll have to teach you something.
Is that something you made up, or is that something that like people?
No, that's not an Illuminati one. That's a real one.
Okay, that's a real one. Flabby. I can call a wine flabby.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
I missed a comment by Rick here. Age. Okay, so actually, age is not, Rick, as excellent as you are at all these wine terms and everything. Age actually will take a wine down a notch, like it does all of us in age, right? Takes that edge off, you know. It smooths out the round square, the round marble.
So right? if a wine is big young,
yeah,
it can stay big old, but maybe it'll mellow out.
It'll mellow out. Yeah. Most wines don't get bigger as they age; they get more mellow. There's really nothing to make it bigger as it ages. So, okay. All right. So flabby sounds like Ohio wine. Okay. So, not to belabor this point, but Dawn, that's an excellent point. That is an excellent point. And you know why? Because
is there Ohio wine?
Well, okay. So I don't know who lives in Ohio on here, but what happens at night in Ohio? It gets warm during the day, but does it get cool at night? And well, you know, let's say August, September in Ohio, does it get cool at night? And the answer most likely is absolutely not.
Right.
So if you have wine that's grown in Ohio, it will probably be a little flabby because you don't have that acidity from the coolness at night. You have just total alcohol, big tannins, and that kind of stuff. So Dawn, that's excellent. Right. Pennsylvania, same thing. Neighborhood of Ohio, right? The 99 Ducros is a huge. Yeah, well, the reason why it's so huge is because it started off so huge.
Yeah, yeah.
It started off bigger. And again, man, you're killing me. I wish I was sitting with you right now, and Mindi, because you're drinking a 99. You got to stop showing off right now because you're killing me.
This is the place to show off. It's all good.
Yeah, no, please keep going. Please keep going. Lie to me. I'll love. Just tell me you're opening up a 22 Ducro, and I'll
actually, when he calls me on the road and he's not on the road with me, I'll tell a little thing. You know, he'll be like, "What are you wearing?" And I say, "Nothing."
This is personal. What are you doing here?
What are you drinking? And I'll make up some, you know, amazing, 1991 Chateau Margaux, something. So it's all about sometimes lying about, you know, what you're drinking, whatever.
Yeah.
Rick is not lying. But sometimes, ladies, I'm just saying, just a word to the wise, make up some stuff. It drives them nuts.
I called Mindy when she's on the road and say, "What are you wearing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm all sweaty. I'm wearing big sweats and everything." I'm like, "Just lie." And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm wearing something sexy right now." I'm like, I'll believe it every time. All right, so we're gonna have Mindy play right now, and let us know the music styles that you think pair with big red wines. So the whole point of our little membership, which is reserve tastings, a little private membership, is it's all about music and wine. It's all about pairing music and wine. So we're drinking a big red wine right now. We named it Viva La Rocque. Let me show you a little picture of that. And the reason we did is because we think that this is just a huge red wine, right? Big red wine. So it pairs with something that's big and irreverent, which is...
Yeah. No, we just, the playlist that goes with this wine is everything from the Rolling Stones to, Back in Black, AC/DC,
yep,
to the Ramones, to, just anything rock, because it's just big. It's like you said, it's got this abandon. It's got this, just bigness. No, you're not supposed to.
You got black pants. I just like.
All right. So tell me, you're drinking big reds today. Tell me what songs you're listening to. Tell me what music you would listen to go with these big reds, right? And I think that it's all good because, we all hear different things with the wine we're drinking. I hear certain things like our Soul Cabernet from Paso Robles.
Right.
It's big and it's full. And I heard soul music. I heard, Booker T. Jones and Albert King. And I heard Rufus Thomas. And I heard Sam Cooke and Otis Redding. When I drank that wine, it felt like it was just, a little rough and tumble, but it was elegant and it was beautiful, just like soul music.
Yep.
So with this wine, I remember coming up with the label with our friend Nick Egan. You can look up Creative Vandal or Nick Egan on the web because you're on the web right now. And Nick's stuff is legendary. His art is legendary, and he's done it for every rock and roller known to man, from The Clash to the Ramones to Duran Duran to me. But I just thought that the artwork and the music had to match it, right? So rock and roll.
Let me show everybody's Nick's. I think I could show them his website.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah.
Nick is so amazing.
Let me share that right now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nick Egan, baby.
It's got some crazy stuff on there, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You got to go to the music. Yeah, music art.
Everybody hang. So this is Nick Egan who designed this label right for us right now. These are some of the album covers that Nick did. This is a great idea. Oh, hey, Mindy.
Hello, Mindi, Abair, and the Bone Shakers.
Yep. And music art. And look at all the labels that this guy has done. I mean, it's
Bob Dylan. You got, you've got Kylie Minogue. You've got The Clash. You've got INXS, Duran Duran. I mean, it's just fun to see what he creates. And we're talking about my new record right now. I'm just finishing up mixes on a brand new solo record. So Nick and I have been going through kind of photos and, talking about how do you create a look for the music that you make. He talks about wine and he knows all the, all the buzzwords and everything having to do with wine. I don't, but I know what the music feels like and I know what I hear in my head. And that's what I put down in the studio. I try and get what's in my head and I put it down in the studio. And that's what you guys get when you buy one of my records. But what does it look like? And it's almost like the bottle of wine. And what does that taste like and look like and sound like? So that's what we're trying to do with wine. What, I do with my records and try and make them appear like they sound, So what do we have for people?
I just put up your little virtual concert. Everybody, I apologize about not being appropriate and facing this way, but I'm also the technical administrator.
I dig that about you.
So before Mindy plays, please keep commenting. You guys had some great ideas here. Cannonball, yes. Hey, listen, if a big wine goes to Cannonball because he's a big sax player, Ed, absolutely. But keep commenting while Mindy's playing on what wine style what music style a big red wine will go with.
Okay, Lorraine, you said Five Finger Death Punch. That's my friend's band, Jason. And I toured with him with Mandy Moore's band. And he is the guy. He is the leader of Five Finger Death Punch. And he's amazing. So check out Jason Hook and that. But Bloom, you asked for Bloom, you guys. And for me, I grew up with rock and roll. My dad's band when I was born was soul. It was Blue Eyed Soul. But that band broke up when I was about 4 years old. And my dad started putting together rock bands. And for the next 15 years of my life, I would go into their practice rooms and sit there and watch and listen. And I was enamored. I just thought it was amazing, the abandon and the energy. And I've gotten to tour with some of the most amazing rock bands of all time, Aerosmith, and got to play a night with Springsteen and Duran Duran. I got to tour with and do their Comeback to America tour. You immerse in this music and it feels different than other styles of music. So for this wine, I'm going to play you some of Bloom, not all of it, but this song I wrote because I wanted people to have their lighters in the air or your glass of wine in the air.
That's what it says to do. Because
that is what it's about. It's about celebrating. It's about feeling that power of music, right?
Down here on the marker thing, I'm pointing at the.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm pointing at the marker because we're all technically cool now. So there, it's right down there.
You are so cool.
And then the logo's up over there. Right? Yeah.
He's so cool. All right, Bloom, get your glasses in the air.
Nice.
But this came to me too. I was just gonna say, when I grew up, I went to a Kiss concert and it was pretty cool. So I wanted to play a little bit. They don't have a sax player, but it was this saying that somehow we all bought into. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I mean,
yeah.
How did we all buy into that? I don't know. It kind of seems right.
I remember the first album I ever got from my dad was Kiss Alive 2.
Your dad did not buy you a Kiss record.
They bought it for me, brought it home, and inside of it was the stick-on tattoos of Paul Stanley's Rose that I could put right here. And a booklet and everything else. I mean, they were cheesy back then, and Kiss is one of the greatest rock bands ever, and I love that album. So.
You know what? We made up pretty good for a girl, little tattoos that don't stay. They're temporary. But I thought that was a great idea from Kiss. I thought they were totally cool for that. So a little, I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Just for fun.
You got to play that.
drums. And he knows every lyric to every song known to man. So that was just a little bit of Kiss and a little bit of my song Bloom.
All right. Yay.
That was our musical interlude with your wine glasses in the air.
I do love my wife. All right. So, you know what I love right close behind my wife?
Wine?
Well, daughters, Mindi, all the same level. Then wine.
Yeah.
And then what's third?
Salami.
Boosh.
I know my husband.
Which is mortadella, salami. It's interchangeable.
Mortadella, salami. That would be
one of the two.
Favorite meat product.
Oh, hey. Since this is the music intermission, do you want to mention what's going to happen this Tuesday for your live wine and music sessions?
Okay, so yeah, actually.
Got something cool.
No one knows this, and I believe I've posted it on Facebook, but I didn't say what was happening. So you're here, you get to know cool stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming to our cool wine tasting.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna, we are driving down to Hollywood. We're gonna stay at our Hollywood house for the next 3 weeks, month, whatever it is. Just get a change of scenery because we've been shelter in place here.
Well, in Northern California.
A long time here in Northern California.
Yep.
So our little Hollywood house is awesome and cute. And so I'm inviting my guitarist, Claudio, to come over to our house and stay socially distanced. He'll be 6 feet away, but he's going to play with me. Yeah. So I'm going to have a partner in crime musically. And Claudio's amazing. Some of you have seen him. Some of you haven't because he started with us at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
He's from Italy. So the guy knows how to cook and he knows his wines. So these two have been conspiring, and he's bought some wines from the region that Claudio is from.
From Puglia.
And he's not like Italian, you know, he has Italian in his family. No, he was born and raised in Italy.
Yeah.
So they're going to talk Italian wines. We're going to play music.
He speaks Italian. I talk Italian wines.
Okay. So you can complete each other.
I don't know. Is he cooler than me? He's 100% Italian. My family's like 40% Italian. Is that?
No, I'm married to you. But I'll play music with him.
Now, and we chose some wine that I could barely pronounce from Puglia. So next
Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
Couple days. Hello.
Bring your Italian wines. Bring your Italian. Rick, if you got a super Tuscan or something, bring all your Italian wines. Bring your Tuscans.
Tuttles, I know you've got some.
I want basket Chiantis to Pinot Grigios to whatever you got. Bring Italian wines. All right.
Celebrate Italy. So we're going to play some cool songs for you. It's going to be in Hollywood. It's going to be a little bit different, fun. So we're looking forward to it. So definitely come Tuesday.
All right. So, and that's one thing too, for everybody that's here, we want to let you know that we have obviously some really great wines in our membership. So I wanted to offer this to you. If you guys take a look at the screen here, there's a special code that's wine and music just for you. If you go onto our reservetastings.com website, you're welcome to buy any of our wine and you get a little 30% discount. I know it's not much, but making and shipping wine is not cheap. So we try to offer whatever we can. Like the music industry, wine is exactly the same thing. It's incredibly hard, incredibly long to get it processed, to get it into your glass. And the same thing with Mindi. I mean, whenever she plays a song, it's usually years and thousands, 10,000s of hours of hard work to get it to you. So
you hear a song a lot of times before it goes out to them.
Before it goes out. It's really cool living with a musician because I hear what you guys hear as the final version, but I also hear the beginning version. And I'm like, that doesn't really sound great right now. How do you say that as a husband? Boy, that's really great, but maybe not awesome yet. But everything my wife does is awesome, and I love her very much. And every wine that I make or find is really awesome.
They're all awesome.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're not.
Yeah, they totally are. So that code isn't for the general public. It's for you.
It's only for you guys that have showed up today. So please enjoy the wine. And we have a lot of people here that have bought our wines. And I just want to say thank you. It's a huge effort for us to make this and get the wine in the bottle and get it to you. I mean, we go far, hours and hours and hours to find these wines.
Yeah.
and get them to you and create the labels. So thank you for appreciating the work that we put behind them. It means quite a bit to us. This is our lives and our careers, but also our retirements. Not money. It's just what we're going to do in retirement.
It's what makes us happy.
You're going to be stuck with us until we go.
We can all grow old together. I'm good with that.
All right. So, okay. So this is the question to answer. Ooh, I'm going to take it down. For the bottle. Whoever wants a bottle of Petite Sirah.
You want a free bottle
of Petite Sirah, we'll send it to you. Looking at the screen right now. I want to make sure I get up the right question. All right, so go for it. What is the most planted grape in Bordeaux? The first person to answer it gets a bottle of the 2016 Mendocino County Viva La Rocque. It's a tough question. I know some people might be typing into Google right now. Well, we're
not
also
supposed to do that. Don't cheat.
We're also an hour in, so most people might not be listening anymore. But I'm having fun. But the hell with it, right?
Less people to win the bottle of wine,
right?
So that's all good.
Woo! Sandy came in right.
Woo!
I mean, Leslie. Sandy came in a second before you did, Leslie, and everybody else. Janet.
Everyone knows, but excellent. Sandy was the first.
Reuben, Sandy. Excellent job, Sandy.
Do you want Sandy to email you with her?
Yes.
Sandy, will you write this down, reservetastings@gmail.com. reservetastings@gmail.com. That's going to get him. And by the way, you can ask all your Cork Dork questions to that too. But email him your address and we will send you a free bottle.
We'll send you a free bottle of Petite Sirah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, by the way, we had Merlot come in a couple times.
Oh my God. All of you guys know Merlot. How do you know that?
We had Cab and Cab Franc. Okay. So just so everybody knows, Bordeaux is well known for giant red wines.
Yeah.
The biggest and the most beautiful.
Very famous.
Very famous. No, we don't want to say anything. But the best red wine in the world outside of where we're from, Sonoma, Napa. So, but it's really great question because Merlot is more widely planted in Bordeaux than Cabernet and Cab Franc. Cabernet is second and Cab Franc is third. So Cab Franc absolutely in the east, in the right bank. Cab Franc is second.
Yeah.
But overall, Merlot is the most widely planted grape in all of Bordeaux, which includes Bordeaux Superior, which is a massive region. It's a little tricky, but most of the best red wines in the world come from Bordeaux. Come from Merlot. Most of the best Bordeaux come from Merlot.
Okay, so
Cheval Blanc, Le Fin.
Wait, wasn't Cheval Blanc the wine
Petrus
that they were talking about, that they finally drank in Sideways, because we talked about Sideways earlier?
Yep.
Wasn't Cheval Blanc like the wine that they ended up drinking at the end that was like his favorite wine, right?
Yep. So we're gonna do Ask the Cork Dork now. But to answer your question, go back and watch Sideways, because we all have a lot of time on our hands right now. Sideways was that famous movie 15 years ago now with Paul Giamatti and a bunch of other actors and actresses that have become massively famous now because of the movie. It was excellent. But the one thing that I love about this movie is at the very end, at the whole time, Miles is saying, fuck Merlot, like someone came in and said, sorry, apologize. And at the very end, his one moment of happiness and solace was drinking a wine. I think he was in a fast food place, and he was drinking out of a Dixie cup, and he was drinking a Cheval Blanc. Now, forgive me, I don't remember the vintage. It was some old vintage of Cheval Blanc. But Cheval Blanc is almost, at that vintage, almost 100% Merlot. It's Bordeaux of 100% Merlot.
That's only something a true wine geek would know. I would not know that. I watched that whole movie and thought, I had one takeaway: don't drink Merlot. And then
you didn't tell me.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say it the way that you guys said it.
She's so proper.
No, I'm not. I've got a band. I remember having a band. So yeah, I love that at the end of the movie, that's like, no, Merlot, that this guy, his happy place is drinking this wine that's all Merlot.
Yep.
So I love that.
All right,
I do like Merlot.
So this is the end here. We've been over an hour, and you guys have been so very nice to kind of hang with us through the whole thing. And I'm looking at everybody here.
You guys rock.
So please, this is the Ask the Cork Dork part. So if you have any questions you want to ask, you're welcome to. We don't really have anything else to talk about, actually. We're going to we're going to go down to our Hollywood house. We're going to do another wine virtual tasting, and let's do Italian wines the next time so everybody can bring their Italian wines. So please, everybody, remember that this Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Mindy's got a whole show with Claudio Tristano. You will love him. It's going to be awesome.
Amazing.
So if you have any Cork Dork questions right now, please let me know. If not, then we don't have any questions.
You can always.
I think we wore everybody out.
You can always save it for Tuesday too, because he's going to come in and do a little wine intermission as usual. But he's got Claudio to kind of, rock out with. So I just think this is awesome. Thank you for. I learned stuff today. This was fun, and I got to drink. This is my favorite wine that we've ever come out with, artistically and the wine. So this is always nice to open up a bottle.
Thank you for putting up with all our technical challenges over the weeks, but I think we kind of got it right now.
I think so.
And I don't know if you guys have any questions, we'll hang. If not, then Mindy and I will go off into the June gloom of San Francisco right now. The rest of the country is warm. Outside of our door right now, it's about 65 degrees and
it is, but we have friends.
But it's beautiful.
Our neighbors and us have come up with something we call Wine 30. And so every day in shelter in place, me and Eric and our neighbors have all come out of our houses at 5:30, stood on our patios, and we drink wine together, and we talk about the day, and we pretend that, like it's all right. And we stand about 20 feet from each other because we're on our porches, but it's totally cool to have that love and real people and all of that. So we've gone through it together. So we're late for Wine 30. So it is what it is.
We're really late.
We're super late.
We're chatty.
We're gonna go have Wine 30 with our neighbors. But you made my night.
Cheers.
Thank you for being with us. You make us sane and just to feel connected with you. So I've learned some stuff. We'll see you Tuesday night, and we'll let you know when the next virtual tasting is with Italian wines.
Oh, yeah. All right. We love you guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for the love and support. Thank you. Cheers.